Video game ads of the 1990s were weird. Let's take a look at some.
Happy holidays, fat boy.
Spyro's back. Mess with this dragon, and you'll get burned.
Ow! That's gotta hurt.
I did it for Crash Bandicoot with the release of his remastered games. So let's take a look at his stepbrother Spyro the Dragon, new remakes and everything. No chit chat, just straight to the point. We're gonna use the Wayback Machine to go back when video games were awesome and their commercials were...
Oh, he really does my doilies.
...unique.
Once upon a time, there was a young dragon named Spyro. He journeyed across enchanting worlds to rescue other dragons. Spyro brought peace back to the land. Everyone lived happily ever after. Not!
The ad campaign for Spyro 1 in 1998 largely had this sheep character. He appeared in several commercials for the game, doing what he can to protest the sale of the title. I don't know if he has a name, but he never appears in the game. Maybe that's him? Right there? Well, I'm stumped.
He journeyed across enchanting worlds to rescue other dragons from the spells of nasty Laarx. After battling Nasty and his minions, Spyro brought peace back to the land. Spyromania swept the country. Spyromania swept the country.
Really? I can't recall any Spyromania. I mean, the game was popular, but it didn't seem like he was Mario, Pokemon, or even Crash levels of popularity in the US.
Uh-oh. That feisty lizard burned herds of our sheep. Cool.
Animal cruelty's cool. Aye, Spyro, buddy. I know a dragon's gotta eat, but show a little respect for the sheep. At least this one. The other two commercials with the sheep character has him dealing with some hungry mouths.
He looks like an innocent dragon, but he breathes fire. He's napalm on 4 scaly legs. And he headbutts. Just look what he did to me! What?
This is the weirdest start to an adult film ever produced.
Barbecue.
Ow! Would you cut it out, Slim? Store's closed.
What kind of electronics store closes at 7 p.m.? That doesn't feel like sound business to me.
Not for me, pal. You might say I'm Spyro's hot co-star. I love that little dragon. The way he blows fire at shapes like me. This is an official protest. I am an anti-Spyro activist.
Genghis, come.
What'd you say?
You're toast.
This sheep is gonna be mauled to death. The commercials for Spyro 1 highlight the fact that your character in the game can spew fire and charge at enemies. Perfect attitude for the 1990s. For those that remember, a lot of ads targeted at younger folks in the 90s went with this trend. But then again, how many video games let you control a dragon, let alone spew fire? Spyro the Dragon might as well be the Bowser game we never got, and still haven't. The ads for Spyro 2 would continue highlighting the character as rebellious, with the times, and cool. I mean, just look at this commercial.
Don't do that, Mikey.
I wouldn't do that, Davey. I don't know how many people today have even heard of this. Davey and Goliath was a Christian kids claymation television show that was about a kid named Davey and his dog Goliath. It was tame for its time, so let's put it in our radical 90s commercial.
Spyro's back. Mess with this dragon, and you'll get burned.
Now that's my idea of fun.
Child endangerment is cool. To be honest, I kind of like this commercial. This really was the only decade you could make a commercial like this. Video games aren't often advertised as they once were on television, compared to the 80s and 90s especially. Maybe except when it's a mobile game or maybe something big like Call of Duty or BioShock. I find this commercial a little funny, and I bet others do as well. Maybe this explains Robot Chicken's popularity.
Oh boy, the invisible jet!
Let's go, buddy.
I'm coming! Ow! Psych! Ow!
For whatever reason, they dropped the Davey and Goliath homage and moved over to the Snowmen just in time for holiday 1999.
Oh? Happy holidays, fat boy.
Spyro's back. Mess with this dragon, and you'll get burned.
Ow! That's gotta hurt.
Destroying Christmas miracles is cool! I might as well bring this up now, but did they get Carlos Alazraqui and Tom Kenny to voice Spyro in these commercials?
What about Nasty Nork? I'm going after him. You're toast!
Is this rain ever gonna stop? I've forgotten what the sun looks like. Now that's my idea of fun.
That has to be them. I can't be hearing incorrectly, can I? The commercials also advertise the new levels and abilities that Spyro has in the new game, like climbing ladders and swimming in water.
He flies, he climbs, he swims, and he breathes fire everywhere.
Okay, maybe, perhaps not the most exciting things you could advertise. You know what? I bet Ted Price worked very hard on making Figment not be able to drown in water. He deserves a gold star. We'll hang up Spyro 2 on the fridge for everyone to see, and make sure that we're super proud of him. I actually remember seeing the one with the two snowmen back during Christmas of 1999, but I didn't know of this third one until doing this video.
I shouldn't have messed with Spyro. He breathes fire wherever he goes. I've tried to run and hide. It's like he's everywhere.
Can we go back to parodying The Matrix, please?
So sorry.
I'm so
I mean, 'cause kids knew about the Blair Witch Project in 1999, right? That's what Cartoon Network thought, at least.
This is a documentary of one of our mysteries.
Ah, yes, the canonical ending to the Scooby-Doo series. Spyro Year of the Dragon brought more commercials with its release in 2002, funnily enough. However, I feel like it wasn't as advertised as much as 2 and even 1 was. Could it be that Sony didn't want the game to hinder the launch of the PlayStation 2? Did the internet get really big once everyone found out that Y2K was a bunch of nonsense? Besides a gameplay trailer, I have a set of commercials that aired in the United States in 2000. They both contain a Japanese city. Guess the joke.
It looks like Godzilla, but due to international copyright laws, it's not. Still, we should run like it is Godzilla!
From what I understand, there are 2 cuts of this commercial. You really have to be prepared when you produce your commercial for broadcast. TV networks and advertising companies would have most likely used all versions of a commercial produced, if they followed broadcast standards for content, that is. In the United States, Kids WB ran a contest in promotion with Spyro 3 that let viewers win PlayStation consoles, copies of the game, and an international trip.
Enter the Spyro Year of the Dragon's Castle Quest sweepstakes and you could win the grand prize, a trip to a real castle in England, plus a PlayStation PS1 console and Spyro Year of the Dragon game.
Oh no, the dragon eggs have been stolen.
Watch Kids WB this weekend and follow Spyro as he searches for the missing dragon egg.
What? This sounds exciting. Please tell me more, Patrick Stewart and Jackie Chan's niece. All kids had to do was guess the name of one of the baby dragons in the game.
If you can name a Spyro character who pops out of one of the eggs, you could win your own castle quest.
I couldn't imagine it being super challenging. The 150 dragon eggs in Spyro 3 all house dragons that have names that would have been considered normal in America circa 2000. But what do I know? That would be the end of this video, but I did want to talk about one more thing. The Spyro series took a 2-year break from any home console installments. It wasn't until 2002 that we would get Spyro Enter the Dragonfly for PlayStation 2 and Nintendo GameCube. Spyro 4 was the first main title in the series to not be developed by Insomniac Games, due to a licensing agreement that would seem all too familiar between Sony, Universal Interactive, and another different video game developer. Spyro Enter the Dragonfly was critically panned. It was rushed to meet a holiday 2002 deadline by a studio that didn't make any video game before this one. While the video game was a flop, I so do remember this commercial. This commercial is almost as bad as the game, but it's somehow more enjoyable.
Chickens on the run, frozen in their tracks. Hope that purple dragon don't come back. Don't come back.
Though I haven't seen cows misrepresented this badly by a video game since the Earthworm Jim series.
Pack up the sheep and close the barn door. He ain't just a fire hazard anymore. Pack up the sheep and close the barn door. He ain't just a fire hazard anymore.
Well, that's all the Spyro commercials that I wanted to cover in this video. The Reignited Trilogy looks great, but will we see more commercials featuring gaming's favorite purple dragon? Probably not on TV, we won't.
That's me, all right.